Series of Britain's Strongest Man continues on 5.
Sponsored by Fisherman's Friend.
Mark Felix, Mark Westerby, Jay Hughes, Francis Kirby, Ross Stone. In 2008, will any of these men be Britain's strongest man? Welcome back to Minehead, the home of the West Somerset Railway, for Heat 2 of Britain's Strongest Man. Now, this could well be the most competitive of all the groups. There's a great mix of old faces and new emerging talent, so let's not waste any time in meeting the contestants. Runner-up for the last 2 years, Mark Felix. From Northern Ireland, Francis Kirby. A finalist last year, Jay Hughes from Kent. Back for a second time, Ross Stone of Wales. And the oldest man in the heat, 43-year-old Mark Westerby. The action begins on Minehead seafront, and here with details of the first event, the tyre flip and drag, is tournament referee Colin Bryce.
Thanks, Martin. Like in Heat 1, there's 2 elements to this power medley. We kick off with the 400-kilo tyre, 3 flips. Unlike Heat 1, though, that had 4 flips, this is a bit easier to start off with because the second element is just so difficult. It's 300 kilos of chain and anchor, and you have to drag it all the way over the line, 15 meters. A real test of cardiovascular strength.
So what a way to start off this second heat with the medley. These people just happy that they are on that side of the rope. These guys are the guys that are going to be tested.
Our first 2 competitors.
We've got the Celtic fringe to get off with Wales and Northern Ireland.
Wales, Ross Stone.
Ross Stone, who is sick and tired of being called Joss Stone.
And lane 1 from Ireland, Francis Kirby.
And Francis Kirby from Ballymoney. 1.80 m.
Into position. Ready.
So just 3 flips because that drag is so brutal. And the flips are looking a bit difficult here. The Irishman's in a bit of trouble here. Stone getting things going. Now Kirby's on the move as well. Both of them 2. 1 more flip, but then it's going to be cruel after this.
3 flips.
Now, just as well this isn't on the sand. They'd be here forever if they were trying to drag this on the sand. It's bad enough on the tarmac. Stone's got it moving. Keeping it moving is the key. If you stop, you're in trouble. And Kirby's had to stop there. Can he restart? That's the question. So hard, once you've lost your momentum, to try and get it back. And the clock's ticking.
Well, Francis is attacking this with straight arms. He's not really getting enough of the chain off the ground. So much friction there. You see some of the better guys, they lift the chain almost up to their chest. So it's just the anchor on the floor.
Looking to the skies here, Francis Kirby. Is he going to make it? Stone is in terrible trouble. It was all going well for Ross Stone until he had that first stop, and after that he was just never going to make it, and I don't think Francis is going to make it either. This is as far as it gets, and all the experts were saying this drag is going to be tough. It's going to beat a lot of men. Well, it's beaten these 2. Close for Kirby. And Stone just run out of gas. Now, this is the heat that produces the 2 favourites, and this isn't one of them.
Lane 3, welcome Jay Hughes from England.
Jay Hughes from Chatham, just down the road from the defending champion, Big Terry Hollands.
Lane 2, Mark Westerby from England.
Westerby, the big farmer from Yorkshire. 5th
Lane
in the
1,
final
Mark
last
Felix
year.
From England.
And Mark Felix, who is hoping it's 3rd time lucky in British Strongman. Second 2 years running. Felix and Westerby are expected to be 1 and 2 in this competition.
Well, if it's anything to do with body weight, the drag, you'd have to back Mark Westerby here, wouldn't you? He's certainly the heaviest guy, but Jay Hughes...
Hughes going off like an express train. Westerby the slow man, but as you say, if it comes to pure power... Oh, and Westerby's in trouble. He lost his grip right there. Felix has got rhythm and momentum. Is Hughes keeping it going? He mustn't stop on that far side, Hughes, because here comes Westerby. And you've got to drag it all across. Hughes is close to the finish line, but here comes Westerby. Felix is there. Is anyone else going to join him? Well, he can relax and celebrate. And Hughes, if he can claim the scalp of Mark Westerby here, that really would be a very, very significant start for him. And Westerby, well, he lost his grip early on there, didn't he? And never seemed to just get his rhythm back.
15 seconds to go.
Hughes is definitely going to finish second. Is he going to be able to cross that line? And he'll want to do that for his personal pride, but this is a surprise to see Westerby struggling like this.
Oh, it's a huge surprise, and Westerby just gives up there. Jay Hughes actually broke his foot a few weeks ago as well, as metatarsal, so you can understand why Hughes is struggling a little bit with fitness here. He hasn't done much for the last few weeks.
But no struggle for Mark Felix.
Mark, you must be bitterly disappointed with that result.
I can't believe it. My worst event, the drag, but you know, I've been practicing it, and they were just phenomenal, the guys, you know, beat me, so fair play, you know.
I mean, you were obviously the heaviest man in that group. Does size not help you there?
Well, it should do. I think I overdid it on the tacky, and I couldn't grip it, so I tried.
Mark Westerby comes to a sticky end in the opening event. He's already playing catch-up. Well, Mark Felix didn't find that too much of a drag, but when you got hands that would make these look small, that's no great surprise. Now, after the break, Felix and the other athletes have a pressing engagement. The Viking press.
Sponsored by Fisherman's Friend.
Hello, Zero. This is Alpha 10. Assessing hurricane damage. Mind your backs. We need some medical supplies urgently. OK, ma'am. My role here today is to provide communications back to headquarters. Right now, we need extra medical supplies and troops on the ground. I've learned so much about myself since joining the army, because I'm doing something different every day. Get me the signal out! Can you send for a helicopter urgently, please? Yes, ma'am. Hello, Zero. It's Alpha 10.
This film continues at armyjobs.mod.uk.
We all try to do our bit for the environment. But it often seems to come with a downside. New Nouvelle Soft is not only totally recycled, but is now luxuriously soft. New Nouvelle Soft is so soft that doing your bit needn't be a pain in the bum.
The Hyundai i30 won't change the unchangeable. It won't make you younger. And it won't save the world on its own. But it will make life easier to handle because true quality matters. The Hyundai i30 and i30 Estate with our 5-year unlimited mileage warranty. Hyundai, drive your way.
Stealing a plane and getting lost is one thing, but this is outrageous.
Actually, I quite like it. Littlewoodsdirect.com, bringing style to your door.
You're lovely to me, yes you are. We've traveled together, we've traveled so far. Your tongue it is wise and there's love in your eyes, deep and blue. You're lovely to me.
Kingsmill great every day. deliciously soft bread every day. Love bread, love Kingsmill.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The ladybugs came to the ladybugs picnic.
We've thousands of rollbacks this summer. That's why on the weekly check that my supermarket made on Morrison's and Asda last Monday, Asda were cheaper on this many products. While Morrison's, well, see for yourself. Asda, why pay more?
If Carlsberg did goal celebrations, soldiers find out who they are in many diverse places. You only need to visit one. Pathfinder at armyjobs.mod.uk.
Sponsored by Fisherman's Friend.
While it might be fun in the sun for some, down on Minehead seafront, that couldn't be further from the truth for our 5 competitors as they tackle an arduous second test.
The next event is the Viking press. You have to lift this giant log up and then press it to arm's length overhead as many times as possible in 75 seconds. The weight, 125 kilos. That's like taking a 20-stone man and throwing him overhead. A huge test of upper body.
Well, it's a cruel one, this. Ross Stone found it very cruel indeed. The Welshman managing just 5. And Mark Felix getting the crowd on his side. Such a fixture in British strongman. And these days for Mark, strongman is a family affair.
To win Britain's Strongest Man gonna mean so much to me. It's gonna be so great. I came twice in a row. I think this year is a year for me to win. I have to win this year. I would love to win it. It takes a lot to be this strong, to work hard with the family. You know, it just takes so much, but, you know, I love it, you know. I gotta do it. It's something that I really love, you know. It's great. I put in plenty of hours. During the week, I'm gonna train for 2 hours a day. I train like 4 or 5 days a week. I do 5 hours training on Sundays. You know, it's just a lot of training, a lot of hours, you know, and then to come back and help sort the family out and go to bed. I mean, when I get up like 6 o'clock in the morning, my day haven't finished till maybe 10, 30, 11 o'clock at night time. It's a long day for me every day.
People think that this is all they do, but he's a dad, he goes to work, he gets up in the morning, he looks after the kids, he goes to work, he comes home, he trains, puts the kids to bed. So this is his time. This is why he should win Britain's Strongest Man.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a machine. Do you like Daddy being a strong man? I wear the trousers, definitely. But I'm behind him, I'm supporting him. I'm putting my money on Fee. We're going to go for it this year.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All the way.
2008.
Yes.
Well, such a proud family man, Mark Felix. Really has made Blackburn his home since coming over from Grenada. And it's a good event for Mark. Let's see how he gets on. There's one. Upper body strength absolutely paramount in this event. And technique important as well. You get a bit of lift from the legs. You've got to keep momentum going. But you've also got to know when to take a break and try and look for that second wind. Felix has 8, starting to slow a little bit, puts a 9th in, but the tempo has dropped, and I'm thinking Mark might be thinking he needs to take a little break here. Right there he does. And this is smart, just recharge the batteries a little bit. There may be 2 or 3 more in it for him, if he can just refocus, take a big deep breath, Now, let's see, has he re-energised? He's at 10, and you can hear these fans really getting behind him. Well, just one more. He might be disappointed with this. He sets very high standards for himself, and I don't think he'd have been happy with 11 before this competition started, that's for sure.
I think all the top guys were expecting double figures, but some of the better presses here, we're talking 15, maybe even more was possible. Felix is 11. Now, will it stand up?
Please welcome our next competitor.
Mark Westerby has got to have a good Viking lift.
From England, Mark Westerby.
A real surprise that he was beaten down to 4th in the medley. And he was bitterly disappointed with himself. So it's still early days, but if Mark Westerby doesn't put in a good lift here, he might be in trouble. Remember, only the top 2 qualify for the final, and Westerby is expected to be one of those 2. Now, let's see what the big fella from Tadcaster can come up with. The first 3 look effortless. But as is always the way with this event, you start off and you feel like you can go forever. Then suddenly you start thinking, hang on, this is hurting. And then suddenly you've got nothing left at all. But this is looking good for Westerby. He's within sight now of Felix, and he takes his break right there. But there looked like there was plenty in the tank when Mark took his break. He just looked at the referee and checked the clock. How much time has he got left? He knows how many reps he's done. He knows what Felix has done. He needs 2 more to move past Felix. That's the tie. He will want to push Felix down, and he's done that. And now he's going to want to make sure that nobody else can touch him for maximum points. And this is terrific from Mark Felix. After that wobble at the start, well, he's on course for maximum points here on the Viking lift. Still plenty of time left. And these fans want to see a bit more. Well, that's understandable. They're not doing the lifting. I'm not sure if Mark's got anything left, even with that tremendous support. 13 and out. Not unlucky for Mark Westerby. Far from it.
He used his legs well, and this is much better after that poor first event.
Mark, one bad event, now one great event. What's this about the retirement business, anyway?
Had a bit of a joke with Jake, you know. I said, if he beats me, I'll retire, you know. So he's a young guy, he's very strong. So to live with somebody like that is good, you know. I'm quite happy.
Are you going into retirement, though, at the end of this contest?
Ask me at the end. Ask me at the end, OK?
Well, Jay Hughes beat you, that's the question.
It's possible, isn't it? But I'm not going to let him.
Mark Westerby.
From England, Jay Hughes.
Well, young enough to be Mark Westerby's son. They got quite a bit of rapport going.
Jay Hughes, Chatham, Kent. I'm 24 years old and I'm an electrical engineer. After last year, I had a little bit of recognition around work. I work in some local schools doing the job that I do, and she walk in, it's like, are you the guy that does the strongman? The world's something like that's the Britons, but yeah. This year, my goal was, because obviously I qualified, made the final last year, was to make top 5 and hopefully go to the Worlds. But the qualifier this year, I actually broke a bone in my foot. But I'm a bit worried about the squat because a lot of weight will be put down on my foot. But I've tested it a couple of days ago. I got up to the 200, 250 mark, but I was fine. It was all good. But the one I'm dreading is probably the wrestling, because it's an unknown to a lot of people. It can go either way, and it's down to a lot of luck. So I'm young, I'm getting experience, and every year I'm getting stronger and stronger. So hopefully, maybe one day, I will be Britain's strongest man.
Take your position.
What he's got to do here is push that foot injury, banish the thought of that foot from his mind, because if it plays on his mind at all that he's got a weakness there, it's going to really affect him. So it's mental toughness as much as physical strength that Jay Hughes needs to show here. Looking good through 7. Little stumble there at 8. One of the arms didn't look too good, but he's kept it together. And he gets to double figures. And he's going very well indeed. And Westerby's 13 is coming under threat here. Has he got one more to join Westerby Well, he's got time. But now this is where the experience needs to kick in. Take a few deep breaths, fill those lungs, get the oxygen going, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's not trying to rush at it like a bull in a china shop. He's getting the crowd into it as well. Has to gee himself up as much as anything. One big push for Jay right here. Is there anything left in that tank? Yes, there is. He joins Westerby. Can he pass Westerby? It doesn't look like it. A lot went into that 13th. He's asking the question about time.
What a fighter Jay Hughes is. If he can do this, he'll go ahead.
I don't think he's going to do it, though. No. Yeah, Mark Westerby's retirement plans get put on hold for now because Jay Hughes equalled him, but he didn't beat him. But it was mighty close, wasn't it? Quite a rapport these two have got now, the old and the young.
Jay, I think you're a very popular man here. Are you known for your shoulder strength?
No, I'm not. No, it's just so surprising I'm not. It's one of my weakest events. To come out and do that and go against guys like these just brings out the best in everyone, doesn't it? Thank you very much.
Well done. Jay Hughes.
From Ireland, Francis Kirby.
Francis very G'd up for this one.
Are you ready? Lift. Begin.
Certainly very much in the mix after that medley when he got third place, but he's slow and steady, and that first one looked to hurt him, and that's not a good sign.
He's not using his legs at all here. Look at this. Down. Just a little tiny push.
Careful, double.
Trying to push all with his arms, and it's never going to go up. It's such a heavy weight. You really have to use your big muscles first in the legs before your smaller shoulders.
This is so much technique, isn't it, as well, and so much mental as much as physical. And you looked at Francis coming up, you could see it in his eyes. He didn't fancy this. He knew this wasn't one of his best events. And I think he's stuck at 5. Absolutely stuck in neutral at the moment. Plenty of time left, but not much energy left, and very little power left. And I don't think that's going anywhere. And Francis knows it as well. Disappointing.
There's an age gap of almost 20 years separating Hughes and Westerby, but nothing to split them in this event. Felix takes third and drops to second in the overall standings, behind Hughes, as the heat lives up to its billing as the most competitive of all.
Well, not everybody is engaging in muscular exertion. Some people are having way too much fun for that. Well, you need a bit of strength and coordination to be successful at that. You certainly need it for this as well. The barrel and sack load. 2 barrels, 2 sacks. They're heavy. You've got to carry them onto the platform, and they've got to stay on that platform as well. If it falls off, any of those things fall off, you've got to pick them up and put them back on.
In lane 1 from Wales, Ross Stone. In lane 2 from Ireland, Francis Kirby.
And these were the 2 fellas that when the draw was announced, they looked like they were making up the numbers, and they both hated that suggestion. But that's how it's looking on the leaderboard as well at the moment. So both these fellas know it's got to be good here with the barrels and the bags. Kirby's off to a good one, but it's all going wrong for poor old Ross Stone in this heat, isn't it? If it can go wrong, it is going wrong for the Welshman. He's taken his time. And now the bags. And Kirby is finding it hard going in this sand, which really doesn't help them at all. If this was on tarmac, they'd find this so much easier, but you put that extra weight into that sand and suddenly the legs feel so heavy.
Well, we saw in Heat 1 this same event. The first 3 implements were okay, but when you get on to the 3rd and then the 4th sack, suddenly all that lactic acid starts to build up. And Kirby, I think he's going to just finish this anymore, and it would be too far.
Kirby's happy. Stone is far from happy. Look at that. Had all sorts of trouble, and he's going to struggle to compete. Francis is happy just to get off this sand. 30 seconds, everybody willing. Ross Stone, but I don't think he's going to make it. So Kirby will finish ahead of the Welshman.
He can't even grip it now. His arm's totally pumped up.
Just been one of those days for poor old Ross. And he knows that's the end of that. So that brings up the big three. And what a fascinating duel this is becoming. Felix is in front, with Hughes tucked in just behind him.
In lane 1 from England, Mark Westerby.
And Westerby knows he can't afford to go dropping points against these two.
Lane 2 from England, Jay Hughes.
He's desperate to keep Westerby in front of him.
In lane 3 from England, Mark Felix.
And if he gets complacent, both the other guys can blow past him. Really, it's a fascinating three-way race, this, for 2 places. So this is a little battle within a battle here. And it's Hughes that's off to the slower. Westerby, you would think, would excel with this. Felix has a lot of experience as well, and Hughes is getting found out early. Can he make a move on the other two fellas? Because they're building up a bit of a lead. Felix is flying. Westerby's looking comfortable, and it's Hughes that's feeling the pace. Well, Westerby slowed a little bit, and Hughes has managed to close that gap. No problems at all for Felix. He's opened up a huge lead. Westerby's got himself together again, and unless something dramatic happens here, this is our 1-2-3. Felix is happy. He stays right at the head of this pack. Westerby closes the gap on Hughes, and Hughes has just got to make sure of that one to push himself into 3rd place. So job done for Westerby. He's closed the gap again.
Felix wins his 2nd event of the heat ahead of Westerby and Hughes. In the overall standings, the lead changes for the 3rd time in 3 events. Felix is back on top, but just 2.5 points separate the top 3. Join us after the break when we get down and dirty in the sand for some wrestling.
Sponsored by Fisherman's Friend.
So let me get this straight, Churchill. When I join, you will give me 25% discount on my home insurance.
Oh, yeah.
And the no claims discount.
Oh, yes.
And the same again when you renew.
Oh, yes.
Very generous. Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh.
I see the crystal raindrops fall.
No.
Come on, Britain, for great home insurance prices, challenge Churchill.
This year, no mission is too impossible.
Oh, that burns!
Get smart.
This is between me and you. Nurse, these people are mad.
What in the world could save these people?
These people are mad. Completely bananas.
The new Seat Ibiza, where beauty and technology come together.
Autoemoción.
Play hard. You can always get patched up with deep freeze cold patches, specially developed to continue cooling therapy long after your game, whatever you play, is over. Keep them in your kit bag and whack one on next time you come off with a knock.
Bring out the natural athlete in them. This summer, collect special packs of Smarties, Milky Bar or Roundtree's fruit pastels and go free.
No, I had not forgotten.
I didn't tell my boss. His wife called earlier.
Time was. Forget the tickets. Not my problem.
I didn't give up my seat for that old lady. Oh, and she had bags.
Feed your dark side. Flame grilled beef transformed by cracked black pepper cheese, black pepper ketchup, and a darkly delicious sauce. The Dark Whopper, inspired by the Dark Knight.
I actually wanted to be a car mechanic. We broke down on the way to Scotland once and I wanted to be able to fix my own car when I got older. As an air engineer instrument technician. It's my job to make sure these things are ready to take off. But for me, the best bit is watching them come back safely.
Live a life without limits. Search Navy jobs online.
When I'm walking, I strut my style, and I'm so hung out. I fly like a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on, like I blister in that.
Foster's super chilled. Well, you wouldn't want a warm beer, would you?
Big hands, I know you're the one.
This was my first ever deal. I'd been pushed into doing it. And I just think, how could you have been so stupid? And that was it.
The brand new series of Banged Up Abroad, 10 o'clock tonight on 5.
Sponsored by Fisherman's Friend.
Welcome back to Minehead, and we're wrestling with a little problem here. 5 into 2 just won't go.
Now, these guys are highly competitive. They're big, they're powerful. And I don't know about you, but I always get the feeling they'd like to take things a little bit further, make things a bit one-on-one. Well, now they get their chance, because for the first time, we have wrestling in Britain's Strongest Man. Things are about to get personal.
I forget Hulk Hogan and Big Daddy and all that stuff. This is all about technique. The way it works is you're in the ring. If you push your opponent out of the ring, you get a full point. But if you throw him to the ground or push him to the floor, it's worth half a point. So it's all about cat and mouse, tactics, leverage, balance,
From
power.
Ireland, Francis Kirby.
And it's Francis Kirby against Ross Stone.
And
they have the
Wales,
dubious honour
Ross
of going up
Stone.
first.
Francis Kirby, 35, from Ballymoney, and I work for a kitchen company. It's a very hard heat this year. Mark Westerby, Mark Felix, two very good competitors, both been to World's Strongest Man, so it was a very hard heat. I'm as good as any man in our group, you know, but this year I'm a lot stronger, so hopefully I have a good chance this year. And last year's competition, I was I think I was a point away from the final or so, and I messed up in the stones. And to mess up, you know, 1 point away from the final, but hopefully this year I'll go through to the final.